y'all, SherriG. I'm back. Thanks for being here. So look, I am going to be doing another video on episode 16 of season 6 of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I would like you to keep in mind that the views I express in this video, they are my views and the views of those who decide to comment down below in the comments section. And it is all alleged and all that jazz. So in this particular video, I'll be talking about the last scene of that particular episode. And that's where Melody and Keke are having a conversation. And, Mel goes by Keke's home to check on her to see how she's doing. And then they get into their conversation and, Melody reveals that, she saw Tiffany and that Tiffany was concerned that the things that just transpired with Keke recently may affect all of their brands. And y'all already know how I feel about that. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and run the audio clip because I realize that a lot of people who listen to us content creators don't necessarily watch the show. So I decided that as much as possible, I would incorporate audio from the different scenes that I expound on so that you can actually hear for yourself what's being said in these particular segments. So anyway, let me go ahead and run my first audio clip. If you haven't done so, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel. Hang tight. Let's take a listen to Keke and Melody as they have their conversation, and I'll be back to give my commentary. All right, guys. So in between this episode airing and now, I've been on social media, IG, Facebook, and combing through social YouTube as usual, just to kind of get a feel for what's going on and what different people actually saw when they viewed this particular scene. And because I was feeling some type of way, to be honest with you, when I first saw it. So when I first saw this scene, I was kind of like focusing on Keke's demeanor is kind of taken aback. Now, some people feel that when they were watching this particular segment, that Keke appeared guilty to them. And that is not how I feel at all. I do believe innocent until proven guilty, but I do sense, or I did get the sense watching this particular scene, that there was some stress going on with Keke. Now, where that stress is coming from, I have no idea. I would think that this whole situation is stressful, and her sitting down and talking about it with Melody would be stressful, knowing that the camera's there, knowing knowing that you just have to be careful of what you say, and all of that. Not saying that she's guilty or anything, because like Keke said out here in social media, that there's a lot that has happened, and there's certain situations that are taking place in regards to that, or her getting that all resolved. But anyway, I did sense that she was she seemed to be stressed. As a matter of fact, when she told Melody that she was in the hospital and experiencing back pain and all of this, and they didn't know why, that was my first thought, that allegedly, in my opinion, that her body could have been reacting to stress. And so when I think about this scene and I think about Keke's demeanor, like the look on her face and just the way she was acting, I feel that anything could have happened or transpired before Melody actually showed up. She is at home. She does have children. She has a husband. It could have been just the stress of getting situated and set up and ready for the scene. Her children could have come in prior to that and, disrupted her. They could have been walking, through the area. And she's like, look, I told y'all you got to get out of here. Melody's on her way. We're about to do this scene. I need y'all to be quiet. Just getting ready for it. We don't know what transpired before that. And of course, the camera wouldn't show that, right? So it could be a number of things, but I did sense that she was stressed, not that she was necessarily guilty, because stress doesn't necessarily mean that you're guilty. So that's not the take that I got. So anyway, I did like the fact that Melody, was listening to her, and that she had brought her, one of her t-shirts. And that t-shirt just seemed to be like, the timing of it was just like perfect, right? So that she could push through whatever she is going through. I have to honestly say that this situation, I know Keke said out in these social media, out in YouTube, she's done lives, and she's actually said that what people say doesn't bother her, but we're human. So at some point it has to bother you, maybe not get you all the way down, but you have to think about it, and how, and feel some type of way. You're going to feel some type of way. At least that's my opinion, naturally. And just going through the whole ordeal, like, is stressful. Like, not that I personally have ever been on drugs or dealt with any, but I have actually dealt with a situation where someone that I love very dearly was addicted to drugs, and watching that person overcome, like, it affects everybody, it affects everything. And although we stood in hope, love, and support of our family member, it still is very stressful for that person that's fighting through it, and of course for the family. So that's why this whole thing with Keke and her sobriety is kind of like a sensitive subject for me personally, because I just had my own personal, not just recently, but I have had my own personal dealings in regards to someone I love being addicted on drugs, and just the repercussions of it, the psychological effects, the trauma, all of it, and I have never, at least I haven't ever spoken ill of my family member. So just watching Keke go through that, and watching everyone bring it up and make it like just this big old thing, is just something I just can't get with. So I'm just very, very appreciative of the fact that Melody wasn't so quick to get on the bandwagon that everyone else was on, majority of them, except for Stormy and Courtney, because they too were like, she's innocent until proven guilty. They weren't on the bandwagon. And I have to actually say that I'm proud of Stormy for that. I didn't see, like what I saw in the past from her, where she would probably be smirking and, because her and Keke, their relationship started off really, really rocky. So watching her and Courtney in this particular episode and how they dealt with that whole Keke situation was actually, to me, a blessing. And it kind of, to me, it signified that maybe Stormy is changing a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just saying, maybe she's not acting. She didn't act the way she would have acted in the past, allegedly, and in my opinion. So anyway, guys, in this particular scene, I mean, there's just so much to be said about what Keke's going through. This scene will be picked up again in the next episode. I think they're going to pick right back up with it. But they ended this scene, production ended this scene with verbiage saying that there's still, at that particular point in time, hadn't been a conviction. She hadn't been convicted or arrested of anything as far as that whole Home Depot debacle. And as we know of, still yet today, she still hasn't been found guilty of that Home Depot debacle. So anyway, y'all, that's all I have for this video. It's just really quick. I just, got in my feelings a little bit about this whole thing with Keke. I'm wishing her well, seriously. And I just wish healing for her. I don't know that her family will ever be able to mend the things that have happened between them, because it's pretty deep, and I don't want to get into that here. It's deep. I want to talk about it at all, actually. But I'm just wishing Keke well through it all. So that's all I have for you today in this video. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I'll be back. Until then, ciao.